Medicare premiums may be capped for 2021, says Maury Backman from Motley Fool. Just got done reading Maury. She had written an article on these 3 reasons why you'd want to take Social Security early. And then I just saw she just published this, literally just a few minutes ago. Well, actually a couple hours ago. But this is interesting. I take umbrage with some of it, actually. So let's dive into this. This is interesting. At a time when so many seniors can't afford to pay more for health care, that's a very good thing that Medicare premiums may be capped. If there's one expense that tends to increase for seniors from one year to the next, is health care, and that extends to Medicare. Well, Part A, which covers hospital care, is free for most enrollees. It's not free. You pay for it under your FICA. That is the Part A premium you've been paying, the 1.45 that you pay, the 1.45 your employer pays. Part B, which covers outpatient services, covers a monthly premium, charges a monthly premium that changes annually. Currently, the standard premium is about $145 a month for Part B, though higher earners pay more. I don't like how she just kind of flippantly describes that. That bothers me. That's the IRMA that we talked about many times here. But there's a chance those premiums could rise come 2021. I'd be stunned if they did not rise. The bad news for seniors is because any Part B increases could eat into their Social Security benefits. While an official Social Security raise won't be announced until later this month, initial estimates are for 1.3% cost of living adjustment, which is better than the non-existent COLAs that some were predicting earlier in the year. Let's see if, hold on a second. Let me see what my man Andrew Biggs has. He has written on this lately. I'm a big fan of Andrew Biggs. He writes for the AEI, the American Enterprise Institute. Upcoming event. Has Trumpian populism succeeded? Not yet. Got a ways to go. First starts being reelected. But let's see if we can't find old Andrew here. See if he's written anything recently. Let's go to BIGGS. Right, there he is. Okay, they added this guy right here. See what his most recent stuff is. Americans' poor health paved way for COVID-19 deaths. Yep. Trump's idea to change the Social Security okay, we already did a video on this, but America's poor health did change the way for COVID-19 deaths, paved the way for that. So he hasn't said anything about updating the Concord Coalition. Oh my goodness, how I despise those people. All right, well, anyway, so he hasn't said anything about the changes that were initially impacted. For remember that if you were born in 1960, you might have a pretty significant cut in your Social Security. He hasn't talked about that, so we'll have to come back to this. But anyway, all right, so let's see here. But there's a chance that premiums could rise come 2021 for Medicare. All right. Back in April, the Medicare trustees predicted that the Part B premium would jump to $153, or representing a 6% increase, which if Social Security had a 0% cost of living and Medicare has 6%, that's not going to fly. But those estimates did not take into account the coronavirus. To the extent of which Part B premiums go up, Part B goes up depends on a specific formula that takes different costs into consideration. Calculating that increase will be tricky this year since Medicare spent more on treating coronavirus, but also spent less on seniors delaying preventive care, I think. But either way, lawmakers don't want to take chances, and so they propose seeking a bill to cap the premium increases next year. If this measure passes, any increase in the standard Part B premium would be capped at 25% of what it otherwise would have been. All right. So seniors need relief. Seniors on Social Security have struggled to keep up with their living expenses since those benefits have done a poor job of helping recipients retain buying power in the face of inflation. All right, so this is what ticks me off right here. Furthermore, Social Security cost of living adjustments are frequently wiped out by Medicare Part B increases. That is simply incorrect. That's just not true. That's simply not flipping true. Basic math. You ready to go over this real quick? All right, see if I have my light on. Yep. So let's go over this real quick. We'll say for simplicity, $1,000 a month in Social Security, and I get a 1.3% cost of living increase. How much is that? So I'm making $1,000 a month. We times that by 1.3%. That means I'm increasing it by $13. I'm paying $144 for Medicare right now. All right. If Medicare goes up by by $8. I've made 13 more in Social Security. It's cost me 8 more in Medicare premiums. Have I actually lost money? The answer is no. That's a hold harmless provision, which means you cannot lose money. But I didn't lose money. I still gained 5. So I have a 1.3% cost of living adjustment only on $1,000, by the way. We're minimizing the Social Security and we're maximizing Medicare premium. So I have $1,000 a month Social Security. I get a 1.3% COLA. That's $13 I net to my pocket. After Medicare premiums, goes up by an extra $8, I still add $5 to the richer. So stop this crazy stuff, Maury. That drives me crazy. Social Security COLAs are frequently wiped out by Medicare Part B increases. That's fake. That's fallacy. It's fake news. By capping premium increases for 2021, seniors might get a bit of reprieve when they need it. That's just fake news. I hate that crap. It's just lack of math understanding. Medicare eligibility begins at 65, which is earlier than full retirement age. All right, blah, blah, blah. As such, there's some Medicare enrollees who don't collect Social Security and don't pay their Part Bs directly from their benefit. It's those seniors who stand to suffer even more if large Part B increases goes through because Social Security beneficiaries are protected to some degree, but a hold harmless provision that prevents their Part B increase from causing their Social Security benefits to decrease. What I'm saying is that would make sense to actually add that to the article she just did about these are the reasons you want to take Social Security early. Because once you're enrolled in Social Security, your Medicare is paid for by your Social Security benefits, which means you inherently have a hold harmless provision, like I just talked about. If you're paying out of pocket, you don't get that. That doesn't make it worthwhile, in my opinion. It's too soon to know if the aforementioned bill will go through, but it does a lot. If it does, a lot of seniors can be spared a huge expense. And given that many are still in process of recovering financially from the coronavirus crisis, at least she says it's the coronavirus crisis, not the coronavirus itself, the timing couldn't be better. I also take issue with the idea that many seniors are not being able to keep up. The Social Security is not keeping up. We just don't have any evidence of that. We just don't. Evidence is all overwhelming the other direction, that most seniors are doing just fine. Anyway, well, I hope they do cap that. I think it'd be nice if we had a cap on Medicare Part B. But remember, if Medicare Part B goes like this, it's not as if Social Security is going to go like this. They go simultaneously. Not all the time, but certainly more often than not. So we shall see. I wish it would have made mention of the bill that's before Congress, or at least being considered, but she didn't. So something of interest. We'll see ya.